Welcome to Collecting Chaos. My name is James, and today we're going to do part 4 of the Phantom Stranger number 31 cleaning. One more episode to go after this, where I actually show you the pressing of the comic. But for now, let's get into the video. Welcome to part 4 of my cleaning of the Phantom Stranger number 31. It's taking entirely too long to do this, but I did say I was going to do the whole thing on the camera. Normally I would not be taking this long. What we're going to do today is we're going to go over the back cover with some Absorin. And that's a putty paper and book cleaner. Originally this was developed to clean wallpaper after a fire, which, amazingly enough, a lot of things that are used for conservationist and cleaning of comics were intended for that use. This is just one of them. And I've got to get it worked up first so that it's nice and soft and pliable. The problem with using this is that it will stick to the paper if you're not careful, and it will tear the paper if you're not careful. And that it's just a matter of being careful. Now I'm going to roll it like this, and I'm going to take it about a little over halfway, and all I'm going to do is roll it on comic. And this is one of the ways to use it. Other people will use it other ways. Some people take it, a little bit of it, and use it like an eraser. I prefer rolling it. And all I'm doing is removing any additional loose dirt that might be here after I did my eraser cleaning that I did in part 3 of this series. This is going to end up being a 5-part series. The last part will be the pressing. Preparing it for the press, and then actually putting it in the press, and then moving it to a cold press, and how I do that. I don't think I'm going to worry too much about the spine stress that it has. It's not going to improve the grade of the comic overly, because the amount of soiling still on the comic. And once I'm done with all of that, I may go back and I might decide later on to clean it some more, in which case I'm not going to show you that. I'm going to show you the initial part, and that's it. I'm going to do a series of cleaning sometime this year. I'm not going to try to put a specific date on it. I've been working on this one since January, so yeah. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show each of the tools that I use for cleaning and conservation work, and what I use them for. And some of them, you might be surprised, some of them will have multiple uses. We'll go over it one more time on the top, and then I'm going to switch over to my soot sponge. Alright. This is a piece of a soot sponge. This is actually comes in a length of about that long. And some people call them Absorin sponges, but that's not correct. It is a soot sponge. You don't have to buy the Absorin brand. You can buy any brand, just as long as it's a soot sponge. And what I'm going to do with this is pretty much the same thing, because the Absorin will sometimes leave little bits on the comic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this and go over it to make sure I don't have any left over. I actually prefer pulling it towards me than pushing it like I did initially. And you can see this little speck here, it pulled that up. It's all right. The comic, it's still there. And you can apply a little bit of pressure with this. You don't need to. Going over it easy is probably better. When you start applying pressure, that's when you start running the risk of tearing the comic. Something I don't really feel like doing right now. This one is going in my collection. Now you see how I hold up here and drag it towards the edge. You can do it the other way too. Just make sure you're holding the comic so that, because this will definitely grab. See what happens if I don't hold it? That's why you have to hold it. Alright. I think that's going to be it for this one. There is one more thing I want to do to it, and that involves this. This is a cotton round. I didn't show that in my initial. And all we're going to do with that is buff it very gently, just to bring out that sheen. And it helps to restore the gloss to the pages. We're going to do the front again too. I will not be... Now, I damp cleaned the front of this in the second part, which I actually did on live stream. I did a damp cleaning on the front. It was not necessary. I won't be doing that to the back. The next video I do of this will be putting it together, getting it ready for the press, and then actually doing the press. And that's what you'll see next. That's going to be it for this one. Take care. Have yourself a great week, and I'll see you Wednesday night on my live stream. Bye.